Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Jurassic RimWorld Let's Play. So, we have finally arrived at this outpost, to be specific, I believe, if the world map will open here. I believe we're at this one. I think that's where we're at right now. I could be wrong though, it's been a little while since I've recorded last, but I know we're at a outpost, and that's the only one I see. So, we must be there. And yeah, sure enough, if we zoom in, there we go. Okay, so Riker, Tails, and Gomez are going to assault this place. We have 3 tribals visible. I believe all of them have melee weapons, correct? And there is a 4th inside, presumably. I mean, it said there was 4, so we only see 3, and there's really nowhere else for them to be. So there must be a 4th in there. Back at base, I forgot to name Wombat. Luckily, I was just looking at the name suggestions, and so I'm going to pull one just off the top of my head. There was actually a couple names I liked for him, and funnily enough, the 2 I liked most were Bruce and Wayne. So I thought about naming him Bruce Wayne, but that's like a little too on the nose. So I'm just going to name him Wayne and stick with the W. But if we have another male character join us at some point, I will name them Bruce. So there we go, Wombat to Wayne. And let's pan out and look at our base. I don't recall what you guys have seen most recently, but the research center is coming along nicely. We've got these glass windows inside so people can actually look into what's happening there. We've got a little bathroom here with these 2 bedrooms for our 2 primary researchers. When I say researchers, I don't mean like this sort of research for the tech tree. What is with that lag? There we go. What I mean is we're going to have all sorts of like genetics experiments happening up here, and they're going to be surveying or supervising that stuff. We'll have different things that they'll need to check in on and work with and so on. So that'll be their main job, whoever's living up here. Right now, those people are probably going to be like Woody and Schultz. Dr. Ayala, I think, is probably going to be one of the head people in our colony when we start working with the leadership mod. It makes sense to have a scientist in charge, but I might leave it up to the colony first and see who they choose. But I think she's definitely a candidate just because she is she's not as high in social as I thought, but she is somewhat high. But she's very likable because she's beautiful, and so pawns will favor her because of that. Anyways, she's also married to Virgil, and so they'll probably share a room somewhere versus living in here. It doesn't make sense for like Virgil to live in here. So yeah, we've also got this big bad assembly line built, and so we're able to start making solar cells, which means we can make the new solar panels, and we can make basic components, which we already could make. I want to say here. Yeah, we can make them 10 at a time there. Now we can make them 60 at a time up here. So that is pretty sweet. And that's, I think, enough for now. So let's pop back over here and go ahead and fight this out. I'm trying to figure out how I want to approach it. So let's look at his range. I think if we set him up there, possibly, that could work. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you 3. I'm going to tell them to not fire at will right now. And we're going to run them back here. Hopefully that doesn't draw the attention of the enemy there. Come this way. Be smart about this, if you don't mind. So we'll get them to there. I'm going to send Tails and Gomez around this side. And we'll have Riker set up here on this corner. So let's peel him off. You 2 are going to keep going. Bucky is wandering out here. We'll need to keep an eye on them. Tails, you have the shortest range weapon, so you can get on that corner. And then I'm going to have Gomez sneak around like that. I wish, you know what, can you mine that? He's not going to do it while he's drafted. Okay, yeah, dig that out of there, please. If you can do it quickly anyways. Oh, do we see another... Who's starving? Tails is starving? We have food. They just haven't had a chance to eat it. I'm going to dig that out and then get behind this little thing here. Okay, so draft you. Get behind that, please. That's a little bit better. I think we're ready to go. Maybe not. Maybe we should move her up to here. And we'll put Tails. You know what? No, Tails. You know, fine. Tails go here. I thought they were going to stay out front, but they went to this side and inside. So we'll set up there. Gomez, toss a Molotov. Is that wood? Oh, it's sandstone, so it's not going to do anything. What about the door? Sandstone door. Bummer. Let's just shoot the door then. That should get their attention. There we go. Okay, so fire at will, and fire at will. And do me a favor and stop attacking that. Yeah, pick your targets wherever you want. Maybe fall back. They're coming straight at you. Retreat, retreat, retreat. Duck through here. Tails, get ready to shoot them. I'm going to have Gomez come running out the other side. That didn't work very well. So we've got one down. These three are just going to chase us, though. So we might need to kite them a bit. Okay, move, 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 move. You got clipped. Tails, pull back. We'll try to just kind of keep them running in front of... There we go. Okay, fire and fire. Well, actually, before we do that, are either of you worth grabbing? Misandrist with creepy breathing. So she's going to hate all of our male pawns and just kind of put everybody off in general. Kind of a shame because her stats are not the worst. She actually has some potential. But if she's going to put everybody off, I don't know that it's worth it. Although we could put her on like a night shift or something. Dora, you're a pyromaniac. That automatically excludes you from recruitment. You're also a misandrist, but you're a fast learner. You don't have quite as much potential, though. You're really only good for construction and art. So go ahead and light Dora up. Riker, do me a favor. Grab the stun gun and take some shots at Mishi, and we'll see what we can do there. And you fire at Dora as well. Come on. Come on, Riker. Alright. Oh, they got away. Okay, well, quest is completed. Gomez, you get stabbed in the big toe. Ouch. Right. Let's allow those meals. I'm going to have you probably just treat yourself. Do you have the medicine on you? You do. We'll let her self-tend. We'll also put her on doctoring 4. She doesn't need to be doing that. And go ahead and tend to yourself. Tails, I'm going to have you go eat. And Riker, I'm going to ask you to check out what's inside here. We'll claim the doors. And then we'll poke our heads on in and see what's going on. Do you have anything that we might want to claim? It might be worth grabbing that vest. Nobody will mind that it's been worn by a corpse. Okay, so she's got her toe patched up. What about you? Same deal. We'll go ahead and strip both of these. Because those vests are worth bringing back. Just a lot of limestone beds. I don't really have any need for that many limestone beds. So, we'll get these corpses stripped, and then I think we'll just be on our way. There's no reason to really hang out. No reason to grab any of that either. Don't waste your time with that, please. Go ahead and strip. Gomez, when you're done, strip there. And as soon as that is finished, we can leave. Perfect. Okay. back to the map. Right, we'll reform our caravan. Everybody, we'll bring the chocolate, we'll bring the meals, herbal medicine, not going to bring any corpses. Definitely going to bring our weapons. I don't really care about theirs. It looks like we are going to take that knife, though. I guess that's fine. No. Is that one... no, we can craft that, so there's no point. Let's grab these vests, though. These don't have the tainted tags. Apparently this jacket doesn't either. No, it does. Okay, it's just cut off. Do I want standing lamps? Not really. Oh, you know what? I should have disassembled the... I don't really care. I was going to say I should have disassembled the solar panel because I could have possibly gotten some components from it, but I just don't care that much. So we'll choose our route. We should have enough food to make it to there. Item stash. We have 11 days. There's an anti-grain warhead and an outpost with 3 enemies. I don't think we'll have any trouble dealing with them, so let's do that. And lock it on in. So off they go. We'll come back here and watch these guys work in the meantime. We're putting in more sterile tiles so that we can... Oh, Allison's got a shoot frenzy. Too bad she's not on a mission. But we're putting in more sterile tiles so we have more hospital space. But we obviously need more hospital beds, but they're a bit too expensive for us right now. 120 and 5. We have the steel. The components, kind of another question. We only have 47. So maybe I'll add 2 more beds soon, but I'm not going to worry about doing it like right this second. I'm getting a little bit of chop. I don't know why. Had performance issues with the game lately, and I don't quite understand it. Nothing is different. In fact, I'm running less in the background than I generally do, so it should be performing better. But no, the game is chugging along for some reason. Gomez is in a poor mood. Yeah, she got shot in the toe. That would suck. Obviously, there's worse places to get shot, but imagine like getting your toe nearly blown off by a bullet. Like, it's still there, but it's just hanging on. That would be unpleasant. Okay, these doormats seem to be doing the job. All the dirt's collecting here, so it's not getting tracked into these rooms. That's good. That's exactly what they're there for. And how are we doing on our research? So we're almost done with hot tubs. Obviously, that wasn't necessarily a priority, but this is supposed to be a vacation destination, among other things. Then we're going to do tree sowing so that we can start replanting the trees that we've been chopping down. Genetic engineering and start getting into that stuff. And then there's still plenty of other things we need to look into, including artificial flooring. Although I don't know that we necessarily want this one. There's carpet elsewhere, I believe. Yeah, we already have carpet making. So I think we can make carpet floors now. I'd also like to do pemmican. This artificial flooring here is the UN colony stuff, I believe. I don't know. There's a lot of research to do. So much research to do. We'll get through it all eventually, though. Especially since that's all Dylan does. You guys couldn't finish, like, a couple tiles? Go ahead and get that light done while you're at it. Why is this not powered? I mean, I don't know why it's connecting over there. I guess this... Yeah, that's not built yet. There's like a little bit of conduit that they skipped. Annoying, because they did it all through here and presumably all through there. And it looks like they've built it in here as well. So they just skipped the one little bit that connects that whole room. I don't know why pawns do what they do, but it's what they did. Let's also look at... So I have a little bit of slate and a little bit of marble. I don't want the bathrooms to have wood floors. I feel like that's weird. Bathrooms having like wood floors. In my mind, bathrooms should have tile floors. So I'm going to do this marble slate checker pattern, I think. And we'll just do those 8 tiles right there. I'm not going to do that here yet because I don't know how permanent those bathrooms are. I don't know if they're going to end up in a different part of the room, like if we extend that out. or if they're going to stay there and we'll extend this and turn that into more play space. I don't know. I don't know yet, so I'm not going to build anything that's going to take up otherwise valuable resources, because we don't have access to a lot of that stuff. Stone is hard to come by on a map that's mostly jungle. Looks like we're getting our berry bushes in. We can actually go ahead and delete that. Once they're planted, I delete the growing zone because I don't want them harvesting them. I want them to just leave the nice, you know, pretty bushes and let that be that. Because they are supposed to be decorative, not food. So there we go. And we've got this pathway almost filled in here. We also need to do the patio, so that's going to require even more stone. I haven't decided what they're going to look like yet. I might just continue the same pattern that we have with this kind of mismatched stone flanked by the larger paving stones. I like the look of it, but it is kind of costly, so we'll see if we can justify it. But I will have, if that's the route that we go, I will have these like berry bushes kind of breaking it up, just so that it's not marble stonework everywhere. Sort of like here. We'll kind of frame everything with bushes. It should look nice, hopefully. So you guys are about a half day out. Hopefully you have enough food. They had a ton of chocolate, and they still do. It looks like they ate most of the meals, which is good. The meals are going to spoil. The chocolate never will. So that's nice. And we'll get that anti-grain warhead. Not that we really needed it, but it's nice to have. And where are we at on cloth? We're down to 7. We were doing so well on cloth, and then I burned a bunch of it making these rugs. It looks like we do have another 60 right there, though. How much are these again? 248. Yeah, that's why we went through it so fast. What is that? Hunter reactive helmet. Was that a reward? The thing is crazy looking. I don't recall. Was that the reward for that mission? Marin, since you're nearby, you're gonna test this for me. That seems like overkill, to be honest. I wonder what mod that's from, too. Wow, that is intense. I'm not gonna have her wear that. Let's get it indoors, though, so it's not gonna deteriorate. I might just drop it on the floor or something. Or I guess we'll let her go to bed, and then I'll have her drop it so that it's dropped in her bedroom or something. Since she's not actively fighting right now, I don't need her having it. She does finally have her gun, though. So that's nice. She's sort of ready for a fight. We need to get her body armor, too. That's actually something I wouldn't mind investing in right now. So, RN apparel. We can't, and I think I mentioned this before, we can't make the vest that I believe I want to make our sort of like standard security team equipment. So what I'm going to do, because I'm too lazy to go into the mod files and just make it craftable, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to craft another vest that is roughly equivalent in stats, which I think is like the AR 500 or the Interceptor that we saw up there. And I'm just going to delete it and then spawn in the vest I want in the same quality. I think that's fair. So let's just make, yeah, an AR 500. I'm going to ask that somebody fairly competent do it. So we'll say like 8 or above. And yeah. So when that gets made, I'm going to delete it and then try to spawn in the vest. And we'll have Marin put it on. She's, again, kind of demoing what our security team slash dinosaur hunting team is going to be wearing. I don't know, again, if those are going to be the same group or if they're going to be two separate groups. But we'll figure it out. I guess it just depends on how frequently we need to send them out. But as it stands now, we haven't had a ton of dinosaur turnover. Like, we did have that T-Rex come at one point, but since then, we haven't really seen much. And in fact, there's a couple of pteranodons. I think that's the only dinosaur on the map, though. Those are new. Yeah. So it seems like if we want to have a variety of dinosaurs, we are going to need to send people out relatively frequently. Why? Like, what is her deal? Why are you so upset? It's not going to really let me see what's going on with her. I imagine she's in pain. Here we go. Oh, she doesn't like doctoring. Okay. Well, we can fix that. Not by clicking on that, though. It's not going to let me do it until they arrive. But we'll take her off that, and that should really help. What was the other deals? 8 raw food. That's your own fault. When did she eat raw food? We had cooked meals that they stole from the dead people. And then they're eating chocolate, which shouldn't confer a raw penalty. She hasn't had recreation. That's, fair enough. Pain, fair enough. Saw a corpse. Well, you did kill people. She's sweaty. I guess it's warm. Okay, well, if we get her off doctoring, that should resolve a good chunk of that at least. Okay, so we apparently have a new quest. This will give us a marine helmet, a masterwork marine helmet. It's guarded by 2 turrets and an enemy. That's not really a challenge at all. I don't really have... Oh, this is like a fancy... When it said marine helmet, I pictured like a... What is it? Like a PA-GST, like Kevlar helmet. Like a modern United States Marine combat helmet. But this sounds like it's... I don't know, something out of like Halo, built-in status computer, and layered plasteel weave plates. Armor like this is often used by Imperial Janissaries and Rapid Incursion Space Marines. What mod is that from? I have no idea what mod that's from. Anyways, we might do it just to see what it is. We have, what, 15 days? I think it said 15, yeah. Might hit it on the way back even, depending on where their food's at. We can just keep, hitting all these jobs along the road as we go. What is this here? Oh, an abandoned camp. Is that our abandoned camp? I think it is. I believe I set that up to, I don't know, move people around or something when we were out there doing a mission and on our way back. But yeah, I'm curious, A, what this helmet looks like, and B, what mod added it, because I don't have, like, sci-fi mods in this. Schult, you're just playing poker by yourself. There's a mod that, I might add it. It actually has them play poker with people. They don't just, like, sit at a table by themselves. Because it's kind of hard to play poker by yourself. Solitaire maybe, but I don't know about poker. Elijah's working away. I might change his beard. I ended up changing Dylan's just because I noticed the square beard he had sort of hid parts of his coat, and it made it look weird. So I gave him this kind of tapered beard, and so him and Elijah ended up having the same facial hair. So I might change Elijah's up just so they're not like the exact same face on 2 different people. Although Schult had the same beard as Dylan, so I mean we're kind of reusing facial hair frequently here. Looks like we've got all the lights in. I've queued up some beds for these bedrooms. I'm sure they'll take their time getting them in there. In fact, we probably don't have the... Oh great, she's in a daze right as they arrive. Probably don't have the cloth to finish those right now. Yeah, 67, I believe we need like 80. Okay, so Caravan arrived at item stash. I am aware. She is in a mental daze. Riker and Gomez are both bored. Okay. Well, they're kind of on a mission right now. Oh god, are you already opening fire on them? You are? Oh man. Okay, well Gomez, I'm gonna make things a little bit easier for you and take you off doctoring. And that should make you a little bit happier. Oh man. Well, that's a bit late. Okay, Tails, make a break for that corner. And Riker, you already started shooting. I guess get to a tree. Gomez isn't going to listen to anything I say. So we'll just have to hope that she doesn't get herself into danger. We've already hit 2 of them. They only have melee weapons. Gomez, we could really use your help. Riker, you gotta run. Run! Why are you standing there? God. Like, how many times do I need to issue the order? At least they're ignoring Gomez. Alright, there's one down. Okay, and go ahead and fire. Oh, that's Mishi from before. Not gonna escape this time. So we got those 2. Ray Wolfen. Oh, you were so good. Damn it. Such a good character. Fast walker, quick sleeper. I don't care about carrying and social. Really good fighter and potential for crafting. Damn. That sucks. And then we had Barbara. Not the best. Let's see what happens to Mishi. God, how did you not go down? You'll probably just end up dying. Right, so a little bit of heat stroke, a little bit of bruising. Let's unforbid the meal so that they can eat. Is that jacket tainted? Yeah. Okay, we'll leave it then. You got those holsters, but there's no point. We don't need them. And so I believe it was just those 2. Let's claim that. We'll go inside. Oh, they've got more stuff over here too. That's probably the stash right there. This is like their base. I'll check the cargo pods in just a second. But I think what we're going to do is order the deconstruction of these sandbags. And then I'm going to build something for them to just kind of hang out and have fun with. Like, we'll make them a steel horseshoe pin. Okay, it's not going to let me do it until we deconstruct that. You should make sure you get yourself treated there, bud. Anyways, we're going to make them some sort of recreational thing to kind of hang out with for a second before we send them on to the next mission. So we got cargo pods full of drugs. I think we'll just let those deteriorate. I don't want anybody getting into that. That could be bad. Tails would be great if you could talk Gomez out of her daze. Okay, you're tending to yourself. Gomez has been calmed down. Has she, though? Because she's still on a mental break. It says successfully, but it doesn't look like it was. Okay, Tails, do me a favor. Go in here. I just want to see what this is. So a bunch of beds. Let's claim them so that these guys will actually sleep in them. And then Tails, if you would move into that one. Right, and then recreation, we're going to make them a steel horseshoe pin, like there. And we don't have the materials for that. We might be able to make a steel chest table inside, though. And they might need somewhere to sit. So, like steel stools, that's probably the cheapest we'll find. Oh, completely whiffed right there. And we'll just deconstruct all the sandbags, because otherwise I don't know that we'll have enough steel to do this. I guess we can... I'm not going to deconstruct that yet. Okay, off you go. There's our warhead. Let's see. I'm curious. 28. You know what? Do me a favor and reinstall a few beds in here. Because it's actually colder in there. And so if they're suffering from heat exhaustion, that might actually be better for them. Come on, man. Yeah, do that. This is for your own good. The passive cooler will help them. Nope, this is your bed. I'll probably regret doing that, but there we go. Oh no, Cobra. Elijah, do you have a gun? You do. It's after... Oh, I should have left that open. I don't know which boar it's after. I thought it said like 16. Well, Allison had a shoot frenzy not that long ago. Elijah has an MP40, so step on out here and light that thing up. Nice. Apparently you didn't need help. So you guys can get back to work. We'll unforbid that. If you're gonna wash, do me a favor and haul that first. We'll get it into the freezer. There's all sorts of animal corpses in there. Okay, and Tails is gonna move that one. I'm gonna turn all these into guest beds so that they get the hint. And they'll go sleep in these three. Alright, so back at base, it looks like we've got some more marble in, so we're getting back to work on our walking path. I need to figure out something for the patios. I kind of don't want them to be the same, although the way I've fed it into that, I don't know that I have a whole lot of choice. And even if I did something different, it would probably still be marble. Because that's the only stone I really have any quantity of, and it needs to look nice. It can't just be... I don't know, we can't use like tacky wooden floors or anything like that. It needs to have a decent beauty rating. So the only other like variety I have is the hex paving or the mosaic. We've been using the random. I don't think the rough has any beauty rating. No. Yeah, I think this is the minimum. No, this one doesn't either. That's okay, that's more for me. This one does. It's got a beauty of 2, and that's what the majority of this stuff is. I don't know, I might just do more of that. It's just so expensive. And this is even more expensive. Yeah, if we're gonna do more marble paving, then I think the random paving makes more sense. Just because it's less stone for the same beauty rating. This is 4 for 2, 5 for 2. So yeah. The hex I think is like 3 for 1. So that's an option, but I think for one more marble brick, I may as well get the 2. And then when people are outside, they should be really pleased because, you know, they'll have really nice stuff all around them. But anyways, let's hop back here. So Riker's sleeping in hopefully a much cooler environment. That should help with their heat stroke, heat exhaustion, whatever it is. Yeah. So it's gone now. Tails is playing horseshoes. Gomez just will not come back. And I don't understand, because it said that she was successfully calmed down, but she most certainly was not. Because she's still marching around with her gun out. Luckily, she's not shooting anything. Okay, so back over here. Let's pause quickly. And I want to look at... I guess we're not going to have a whole lot of stuff to actually check out yet. So we have the genetics tab, but... Oh, we only have the lab shelf. I don't even know that I'll use that. Yeah, just the same as a regular shelf. Maybe we will, but only... It costs pulp. Why would it cost pulp to make a shelf? Why would we not just use the regular shelf then? What we'll probably end up doing is using the refrigerators, because these will keep stuff from spoiling, which a lot of that genetic stuff does. DNA samples, and I think the pulp too. Maybe not the pulp, but the DNA samples I know do need to be kept cool. So we'll probably have a lot of refrigerators in this room. But I wanted to go over potential layouts, but that's not feasible right now because we don't have access to the things that we'd be placing in here. So we'll have to just forget that for now. Okay, so I've been offered the opportunity to rescue another refugee here. I'm going to decline because my top 3 shooters are not present, and there's actually quite a few people after this guy. So they've got a grenadier, 2 mercenary gunners, a town councilman, 5 town guards, and 4 villagers. So that's like what, 13 enemies that we'd be facing off against. And All we know that he's a 42-year-old male gatherer. I'm going to have to say no. If these three were here, I think I would do it, but that is a lot of people to fight off when our main, fighting force is not present. So, sorry. We seem to get quite a lot of those, so I'm sure we'll have another opportunity soon. Oh no. That's not a big deal. These are only for riding anyways. Not going to be sending them out to fight since they're not really any good at it. So back over here, I'm going to just check in on these guys. And hopefully they've fixed... By the way, Gomez finally calmed down and went to sleep. Let's see... Health. Nope. Needs. Yeah, I'm going to let them blow off some steam with this here. Or if they ever finish the chess table. I don't think we're going to get enough steel to do it. Actually, we might be able to if we do this. But, I don't want to deal with any more mental breaks on this trip, so... Again, I'm going to let them just kind of play around. We didn't get any steel for that. I thought we'd at least get the one. Our Parasaur hasn't been trained too. I think it's because Tails has been gone so long. We got a fire. Okay. I don't know why we needed to render a map image for that. Oh, that's something completely different. Okay, well, Dr. Ayala's got it. I hate these thunderstorms. They drive me nuts. We get so many of them. And we're on a map where they can actually be pretty deadly. Yeah, like this could burn and hit that real easily. Who's nearby? Schult, gonna need you to come help out with this. Hustle, hustle, hustle. I need to get him a gun. Oh no, he hates violence, never mind. Okay, as you were. Any other fires? Oh, we got a fire right there. Dylan, that's gonna be you. You hate... sorry, man. That's one job that I don't really care how you feel about. Okay, as you were. He's gonna be kind of pissy for a while. Actually, he doesn't seem to have minded too much. Those are controlled fires. But yeah, this map can burn quite quickly, so we might need to send somebody out to deal with that too. Maybe the rain will put it out. We'll see. But if they start getting too close, I'm definitely going to have to do something about it. And when these happen, they hit everywhere. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fires right now. Not counting the 2 we just dealt with. Okay, so you guys are all bored. How's your recreation doing? Full. Why do I keep clicking the wrong thing? Pretty much full. Tails, how you doing? Full. Okay, so they're ready to leave. We're here. Let's go ahead and reform our caravan. We'll grab that. Chocolate, yes. Anti-grain warhead, definitely. That's why we came. I don't recall them having anything we wanted. We have the knife, stun gun, bolas, molotovs. Not bringing any clothing. And I don't really care about the lamp. Again, I forgot to disassemble the... you know what? I'm just going to cancel it and do it real quick. Deconstruct. Riker, do that right now, please. We should get some components for it. Or at least... I don't know if we will. We'll see. We almost finished our chess table just as they're leaving. We got 2 components, so... guess it was sort of worth it. Okay. Bring the components. Bring the warhead. We want all of that. Clothes, yes. Keep the vest with us. Don't bother with the jacket. We can always make one. Don't need any of that. So let's choose our destination. We're going to stop off at this one. And off we go. And I think that's where we'll leave it for today. I'm going to let them journey off camera, and then I think we'll pick up with the next episode when they arrive at their destination. Hopefully they're not gone for too much longer, because You can see nobody's really been keeping up with the animals in Tails' absence. Let's actually look at that. So, handling. Elijah has some passion for it. So does Woody. I'm going to put that at like 3. So maybe he'll occasionally do it. And Elijah, I'm going to put that at 4. So if he's got nothing else to do, he might chip in. Same with Schultz. But we kind of need to keep those animals tame. Not a problem yet, but they could revert all the way back. Not that these animals are really any threat if they do, but still, it's worth keeping up on top of. So again, that's where we're going to leave it. Let me know what you guys think of the base so far. Eventually, and I think now that this is kind of more or less done, minus the interior, we're going to shift over to this side and start working on this big production area, or maybe even the prison, although it's a bit far out. I don't know if I want to start building it just yet, only because it's so remote. It would be hard for us to defend, and so if people attacked us, they would probably just come target it and destroy it. But we'll see. If you have any other suggestions for the base, feel free to let me know as well. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.